that sounds like to me. I'm like,
let's have awkward missionary for all time.
I'm
That'll
fucking
be so
losing
much
wood just thinking about this. Like,
it's just let's have awkward missionary with a bunch of girls who are then like angry at you and each other.
Yeah, I just went hiding turtle over this whole situation.
It's my favorite fucking kung fu movie. Podcast, I choose you, and welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast. I'm Brent, and I'm joined as always by our good friend Kirk. Say hi, Kirk.
say hi, Kirk.
And we're joined as always by our good friend Benny.
I don't know why I'm always surprised. I don't know. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to whatever this spiraling vortex of entropy is.
Welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast, Tex Accountant and Petting Zoo.
Your one-stop shop for mediocrity.
If my intros don't make Benny visibly sad, I've failed.
Games That Made
I
Us
like how you
podcast.
honed in on sadness as like the key component of my expression around here. I love it nevertheless.
So good.
It's like how you go to like a new restaurant and like even if it sucks, it's kind of fun because it was like a new experience. You're like, wow, that was terrible. Let's pick somewhere different next week, but let's do it again.
Yeah. Let us raise your already low expectations.
Right. It's about novelty, not quality.
Why do you keep honing in on all the perfect things, Brent?
Yeah. No. That's if I had to say one thing about me, it's about novelty, not quality. Yeah. So hi everybody, welcome back. We have a camera. Hello in the camera. I don't know if that's going on YouTube. Maybe it is. I don't know. It depends on how terrible our podcast is and how much shit I have to cut out because I'm a very lazy man. But definitely we'll do our how to drink. Hey, we're gonna put fucking Angostura bitters in it.
Fucking don't get me started,
Jesus.
Brent. I will go on a fucking tirade. You know I will.
This is true.
Yeah.
But no,
I love the show, but
Angostura bitters is not a replacement for a personality.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What about a handlebar mustache on top of it?
Only if you also have that vaguely Nazi like comb over thing that all the guys with the handlebar mustache do.
I think he might actually look good with a handlebar mustache.
I think he would too.
I think he would too. I think it would really.
I think he's too much of a hipster to be that hipstery though, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like too many people are doing it.
But he's like our age and maybe older. At that point, it just doesn't matter. Like you could do whatever.
Just do
you
whatever
want.
you want. Yeah, that's true.
Go mow the lawn in a dress. No one's gonna give a shit. Walk by Brent's house with a golf club. Whatever.
That just happened, by the way. There's a guy in my neighborhood who likes to walk around with a golf club, and the neighborhood is not dangerous, so that really implies that he's the one who's going to cause the violence. Like that's the implication.
What if he's just bringing the strangest vigilante justice to the neighborhood?
Yeah, he's like, I am the neighborhood watch.
I am the night. I am the mid-morning with the golf club.
He's the hero that we deserved. Random old fat guy with a camo vest and a golf club.
He patrols the city at night in his golf cart.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That is indeed the hero that America deserves right now. Oh my fucking god. Hi guys. This is a podcast. Or bus stop, as Kirk likes to say.
Well, no, I said tax office.
Tax office. Sorry.
That's
Tax
what we are
office.
today. And
Yeah.
petting zoo. Heavy petting zoo.
You can pet me whenever, dude. It's all good.
Hell yeah.
So let's add some small amount of structure to this nonsense, and let's talk about what we're drinking. And I'm gonna pick on Kirk. Kirk, you're picked on.
Okay. I'm drinking
Beer.
Yeah, Boulevard's Irish Cream Barrel Aged Stout. Yeah, made in beautiful Kansas City. It's actually pretty tasty. I brought cans for each one of you guys too, so please have at it. It is pretty high in the ABV. It's like I think it's at 11.
Jesus.
It looks really good.
Yeah, 11%. But I mean, if you age it and, well, I assume if you're going to barrel age it, it's probably some sort of whiskey cask or something.
It's nitro, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty strong. Also, I brought for you guys, I went out to central Nebraska as I want,
as you are wont to do.
As I like to travel and do things, not to the extent of JJ's craziness,
right?
But I do like to go out there, and alongside a highway there was a random distillery, and I was like, let's try that out.
Kirk bought moonshine from a man that he saw on the side of the highway.
Kinda, yeah.
And then he brought it back for us, and I can't decide if that's a gesture of love or a threat.
It was
kind of a baller move, but I'll have to see if my eyesight persists.
No, I was outside York, Nebraska, which is kind of central Nebraska, and
they have a very small college there.
They do. No, it's a university now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I saw that. I'm like,
their baseball team's pretty good.
Are they?
Yep.
I have no idea. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I was out there because I also went to like the James Arthur Winery, which is outside of Lincoln. It's like Nebraska's biggest winery. Because when I go to these places, I really like to see the local offerings of alcohol and stuff because it's a lot of fun. You never know what crazy shit you're going to run into. James Arthur was dope, by the way.
Yeah.
But there's this. I saw the sign for
it's a fine line between worldly and alcoholic. And
yeah.
Kirk likes to ride it.
Yeah. I mean, I got to entertain myself somehow.
Right.
He's never seen anything other than that razor's edge.
Yeah. How do you think I deal with my existential dread?
This is fair.
Not well.
Not well. Yeah. Clearly medicated.
Yeah.
I saw this place. It was just advertised right along the highway there, and we're like, "Oh, cool. Let's check this out." So we stopped there, and it was surprisingly crazy professional and modern, and I met I think it was the owner there.
There was a guy, he was standing there, he offered to give me some moonshine if I gave him money, so.
I believe his name was Keller, but he
Joseph Keller?
Oh no, he very politely and was very he was just a cool guy. He was about roughly our age, and he explained like how it's made and all that good stuff. And I originally had 2 other bottles that I was gonna have you guys try at some point, but I drank them because the stuff is delicious. He had one called Nebraska Honey, which is he uses honey sourced from a local apiary, which is also very, very cool.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows anything like that tastes like tea, like black tea. I'm gonna have that. They had one there called Sandhill Tea, and oh man, I should have brought more home. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't. So throughout the podcast, we'll be drinking 2 other flavors that they got here. Just their normal sugar blast, which is just shine.
Yeah.
And then they have one called apple pie, which I also really liked. It's not the full strength of the shine. It's like 25%.
Yeah.
Smells like apple cider and then tastes like apple pie. It's so you guys tried a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Really but yeah, shout out to Blended Distilling outside of York, Nebraska. I was pleasantly surprised.
It's awesome.
So, great job, guys.
It is a comfort to know that in the middle of this hellscape dystopia that we're rapidly descending into, at least liquor laws are getting more sensible. Like that's one tiny comfort to me.
Oddly enough, not Nebraska, though. They still have their weird little liquor council that decides what booze stays and goes and all that. It's so weird.
Yeah. I miss living in Texas where we had dry counties and drive-through liquor stores just to show how schizophrenic we really are as a state.
Yeah. I remember drive-through liquor stores. We had them up in Ioweja. They're not really much of a thing anymore.
No.
Yeah. But I always liked Iowa's liquor laws. It was kind of like anything goes.
Yeah. We assume you're an adult. You have a license.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, and then we have we have redemption centers everywhere too to promote recycling. It's just such a weird state. Like
it is. I like it though.
Yeah,
it's a cool place.
The alcoholism to renewables pipeline is really, really flush in Iowa.
Iowa's like it ebbs and flows. Like it'll be super kind of progressive and then also like conservative. Like it's a weird wave that happens there.
Northern thing. It's the same thing like Minnesota and the Dakotas have, where like you'll look up and you're like, that's really smart, that's really cool, and then the next time you're like, oh god, they're hanging Jews, that's bad. I don't like.
Iowa's been like, yeah, we're gonna be part of the world's largest wind farm, but we're gonna take away women's rights.
Right?
Like, what?
It's like, wait, hang on,
wait a minute.
who are you? Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Wyoming's the same way too. Like you look at it and it's like that was sensible, but then they did something totally insane. Anyway, Betty, what are you drinking? Let's not just compare state politics for an hour. That's
Doing something sensible and then something totally insane is basically my trademark. But
existing is basically all I do.
that's all I can manage, man. I am drinking the Choco Taco from City Barrel here in Kansas City.
Nice.
It is an IPA, but it is chocolatey and kind of weedy and tasty.
I'm going to be honest. When you said Choco Taco, I did not. IPA was not anywhere in the top 150 beer styles that I would have guessed.
I thought he grabbed another 6-pack from Aldi.
Yeah. That last one you had was fucking good.
Yeah,
That was really good.
The chocolate lava cake was. This one wasn't meant to be because it's kind of a little close to the last one.
Yeah.
But this one wasn't in relation to that so much as I was at City Barrel recently and I bought a 6-pack. So
There you go.
Really good.
I am drinking Great Divide Yeti Imperial Stout from Denver, Colorado. Yep. It is 9.5% alcohol.
I forgot we have a camera. I'm supposed to be putting it on camera.
Yeah, we got a lot of requests from people. Oh my god, I don't know how many times people have brought up the Baiju episode. Like, it seems like a lot of people want us to like re-record that just so they can see the sheer horror of it.
No,
but that was a good point. It's like, well, you guys are always talking about these breweries, distilleries, wineries, or whatever, but we can't see anything.
Go lick a wet sidewalk. You'll be there.
Well, and also the picture.
I hate how accurate that is.
It really did taste like fucking concrete. The picture that I put up on our podcast that is the bottle. That is the bottle of Baiju. So if you too hate yourself and want to be unhappy, that is one of the ways.
And if you're listening to
the
podcast, there's a good chance.
Yeah,
that's true. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, also shout out to Benny, who brought us. I don't know. Hang on, if I can stand up or move something.
Yeah, go for it.
Should we stand up for the?
Hang. Yeah,
show off my boobs.
There we go. Benny can do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I have a 3D printer and too much time.
So we have.
Actually, I don't have enough time, but I managed to squeeze out some 3D prints and smash them.
Please don't ever say squeeze out again.
It's gonna happen today.
God damn it.
Yeah, if you want a T-shirt, maybe get on our Discord and
Benny's eyes just darting back and forth. I'm like, please don't make me the merch guy.
Making me you're writing checks my ass can't cash, Kirk.
Well, I can if they buy the shirt.
That's true.
I'm going to be so gaped out.
Oh, God. Another word you're not allowed to say.
Gonna happen again.
No.
I thought the gaping thing was my thing. I thought I was the one that made all the gaping jokes. They're stealing my thing, Benny.
God, yeah. Why don't we just podcast and gape?
Was it really like what? Netflix and chill.
God.
We talk about video games at some point. I swear to God.
Allegedly. We have a video game to talk about today. I think I've made that joke before, but that's fine. I'm not that original. The game that we're talking about today is Pokemon LeafGreen.
We were talking about that Noah's Ark game that you love so much.
Yes, let's talk about Super Noah's Ark. That sounds amazing. What's the no, Chex Quest is what we should talk about. Let's talk about Chex Quest.
Okay, shut up. That was going to be one of my potential suggestions. What? Because it hit my childhood just so hard.
That's awesome. Can we talk about Pepsi Man too?
No, because that was not part of my childhood because that game was fucking terrible.
Yes, that's accurate.
Sorry, I derailed it. We really are talking about
Pokemon LeafGreen, but more generally, Gen 1 Pokemon. Is kind of what I want to talk about here today. Because, so for those of you who don't know, Pokemon LeafGreen is a remake, Pokemon LeafGreen and Fire Red are remakes of the original Gen 1 Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Yes, Green is a remake of Blue. I don't understand it. Don't think about it too hard. You look like you're thinking about it.
I didn't even spend 2 minutes on Wikipedia on this one, so
Fair.
My confusion is genuine.
Yeah.
It's basically just the red and blue, but for GBA or Game Boy Advance. That's all it was.
Yeah.
No, I don't need. Can you actually explain the deviation between red and blue originally? Because I don't even follow that one.
So this is
I was a Pokemon virgin. Brent.
I gave you out.
Damn it. Oh my god. I was waiting for it. Oh my god.
Okay. So yes, this is great. I wanted to, and this is why I was so excited to do this episode, because I get to genuinely explain to someone in the room how all this works. So Pokemon.
Yeah. This is your punishment now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Pokemon, because Game Freak and then Nintendo. Oh god. Do it. No.
Game Freak and Nintendo.
Game Freak and Nintendo, because they have to get double the money from everyone. The way that they actually release Pokemon games is in generations. Instead of just releasing one game, they'll release 2 games that are matched pairs that each have half of the Pokemon that are available in that generation. And so in order to get a full Pokedex, in order to collect all the Pokemon, in order to catch them all, as you are wont to do in Pokemon games, you're meant to have a friend who has the other one, and you both play the game to completion, and then you link cable and trade Pokemon. But nobody does that because no one has friends. And
you ever dock with your bro, Brent?
Right. And so you go out and you buy both. And then after they feel like they've squeezed all the money from small children that they can, they release a third game, usually, that is like a combination of the first 2 with dipping mustards. So red, blue, and then yellow were the first generation. Then
with yellow being the extra.
Right, yeah. which is the special Pikachu edition, which is the one that I have probably the most familiarity with of Gen 1 Pokemon other than LeafGreen. And that will come up when we talk about it in a second. In, I think, 2004, I should have it written down, but I'm just going to go with it. In like 2004, somewhere in there, they remade the Generation 1 Pokemon games on Game Boy Advance and released them as LeafGreen and Fire Red. So that's the equivalents to Blue and Red. I don't think they ever released a complete remake. I don't think they ever remade Yellow in any meaningful way, because the other GBA Pokemon games are Emerald and Sapphire, which are original games. They're
like the next generation.
Yeah, that's Gen 3, I think, because there's another Game Boy tier. Anyway, it's very confusing, but there's a lot of fucking Pokemon games, and keeping up with it is a bitch, and it's really unnecessary because anything other than Gen 1 is kind of boring to me. I
like to go up to like maybe Gen 3 or 4, and then after that, it's just,
I think Emerald was the culmination of Pokemon.
That's fair.
I don't think it got much better than Emerald. They keep adding new mechanics, but I don't think the games get much more exciting. Anyway, so I want to real quick just kind of talk about my first experience, and then I'd be curious to see what Kirk's previous experience with Gen 1 Pokemon and LeafGreen specifically too is before we kind of get into it. But so my first experience with Pokemon the video game was, and I think I've mentioned this on the podcast, on the Link's Awakening podcast I mentioned this, that I didn't own a Game Boy, but what I did have was a circa 1995 Mac Performa, and there was a really fully featured Game Boy emulator available for it at the time. And so like I was playing Game Boy games in real time with a mouse and keyboard on my Mac. I'm so fucking pumped. I got Sheep Shaver working finally for the first time, the old Mac emulator.
Yeah, check out our Discord.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Some chatter going on there about it.
Yeah, Shareware Eater was like, oh yeah, it's really easy to do. And I went back and I don't know what my problem was the first time because it really wasn't that hard. But I found the original Game Boy emulator so it's like it's emulation inception. I've got Sheep Shaver running on my PC, creating a Mac OS 7 environment. And then on that, I'm running this Game Boy emulator.
It's like some Inception shit.
Right? And I'm just like, this is so fun.
Even your CPU's like, why?
And then I've
Why?
And the audio is desynced, which it was at the time too. So I am doing the same thing that I did at the time, which is muting the emulator and then putting in a disk image of a Mac Addict disc and listening to the music that was included on that. Oh, it's so good.
Your pursuit of nostalgia is this the peak of accomplishment or is this folly? I can't tell. Jesus, Brent.
It's so much fun though.
Can you just set a delay for the audio in the emulator?
It's not real though. I want it to be real bad. Not fake bad.
All right.
I don't even put that amount of effort into most things in my real world anymore. But damn, man.
Kirko's infrastructure it's still not that convoluted.
I just need a Fresca and some Nutter Butters and then transport.
I mean,
I almost want to look into this. Someone's there's got to be a browser version of this fucking game somewhere.
I feel like you'd be less embarrassed with someone walking in to you jacking it than them walking in on this.
No, Mom, don't look.
Do you want to know the saddest part?
5 more minutes as you're shutting down your emulation layers. Just 5 minutes.
Do you want to know the saddest part?
Yes.
I own this game. A physical copy.
Oh my god.
And a Game Boy now. I could just go upstairs and play this game.
Also, I know this is accomplishable through I get the nostalgia approach.
Yeah.
I know this is accomplishable through a single layer of emulation because I did it.
Right.
On the Anbernic you gave me.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
It's RetroArch.
Absolutely.
It's right there.
No, it is trivially easy to do on anything. A potato. But I wanted the broken old Mac OS 7 Game Boy emulator, and it's great. It runs in a little window. It's so fun. Anyway, so my first experience with Pokemon was through emulation.
You're being punished, Brent.
Oh, okay.
That's not really punished. It's just
That's true. It's good, but
yeah. I want Brent pot of coffee with schnapps in it, drunk from last time.
God, dude, that was a problem or a solution. I can't decide which.
Oh, so real quick though, one of the people who listened to the Hollow Knight episode, they were just like, "You guys didn't really talk about Hollow Knight at all." I'm like, oh my god, you're totally right. Brent was fucking just.
Episode 2 is gonna be more about Hollow Knight.
Yeah, but the supplemental thing we recorded after that, I'm like, fucking Brent's just gone. What is he even talking about?
I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that. It's like 3 hours of nonsense.
Release it.
Yeah,
that was after I was gone, right?
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was
guys have fun.
JJ, Kirk, and I don't remember. Probably.
Exactly. He doesn't remember. He was both hyper and fucked up at the same time.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Like that good drunk.
He was having a good time.
Yeah, no,
JJ and I were looking at each other like, just let him go with it. This is awesome.
I'm certain I was bright red. Yeah, lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. Anyway, so my first experience with Pokemon was emulating it on a Mac, and I remember just absolutely falling in love with the first gen Pokemon. Played it all the time in my unair conditioned fucking house in the middle of a Missouri summer, just sweating balls sticking to the fucking chair, like walking through Kanto trying to get a Bulbasaur, and it's just like burned into my memory. My dad was really confused by the whole Pokemon thing, as I imagine most people of his age were, but my dad's a great guy, and he saw that there was something that I was interested in, and he tried to be involved. He bought me like a Pokemon deck for the trading card game, and I learned how to play, and I still do. I love the TCG. And we went and saw Pokemon the movie, not the good Detective Pikachu one that's out now. No, the really shitty Pokemon the movie 2000 that was like kind of half translated from Japanese and animated by slave labor in Korea. That one, that's the one that I saw.
Isn't that the one where like Pikachu talks and everyone's just like, what the fuck?
No, he doesn't talk. There is my daughter and I have been going through and watching all the animated Pokemon movies from the early 2000s.
Are they
no
grounded? Like
yes,
Jesus,
it's a punishment. Like, no,
it kind of is.
No, she loves them. It's my younger daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, the one yeah, no, that would be a punishment for my older daughter.
The one I called a Deku scrub this morning.
Yes. She kind of has that energy. I was telling her the other day, I was like, you've got
perfect Halloween costume for her.
I want her to be a shy guy. I feel like that would work too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She made me a little shy guy that I have downstairs out of perler beads, and it's one of my favorite things that anybody's ever given me.
That's my favorite. That's funny. That's my favorite Mario character of all time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're so ugly and adorable and awful.
I have a little actual like little miniature or whatever on my desk at home. I love it.
Yeah.
Brent and his wife are gonna make out in front of us. It's gonna be hot.
Run away. Love you.
Love you. Stealing your shoes.
Okay. I take your shoes, motherfucker.
Shoes.
Shows.
Juice.
Shows.
Shows.
Shut up.
Shoes.
Oh my god. I haven't thought about that in forever.
That was OG YouTube when it was still cool.
Right? God,
Shit.
there's so
In the toxic days of the internet.
my girls have found this guy named
No, it
Daniel
wasn't
Thrasher.
toxic. Come on.
And he does like all these like stupid like joke songs. And it's so weird watching him because it's a new YouTube channel with a guy who's like 22. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is like such YouTube 1.0 bullshit. I love it. Like it's so nonsensical. Yeah. He's got a recurring skit where he plays both a piano teacher and a piano student. The student wants to learn how to write an original song, but every song he writes is just an old pop song from the 2000s. It's so good. It's so dumb. I love it. Kirk, tell me about...
Yeah. That's. I think he spoke Eldritch Horror there, so I'm not. I can't translate that very well.
Tell me about the Elder Gods.
I think that roughly translates into like 100 years of persistent crying, or I don't know. I know.
The windows are cracking as we speak.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. Like all of a sudden, all the dry leaves start sticking to the windows really hard. And, but again,
birds falling out of the sky.
I can't translate that very well. I think I get the gist of what he's saying.
Choking on my beer.
No, I'm
probably
pretty
have that
sure
on
you're asking
camera,
about
too.
Pokemon, but like, the language you're using is just weird.
We have Brent dying on camera at that time.
Kirklestein, tell me about your first experience with Pokemon.
So I gotta backtrack a little bit because we didn't have a lot of nice things growing up in middle of nowhere Iowa. I remember because this fits in. We had relatives from Germany visit us when I was a young kid. I've mentioned this on the podcast I think before.
At the Link's Awakening episode.
Yes, and that's what they had was the Game Boy in Link's Awakening. So I was absolutely obsessed with having a Game Boy. When when I finally got the Game Boy, Pokemon was just like fucking cocaine on the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good, good comparison.
And I picked up the game before I saw the cartoon. The cartoon, I had like 5 channels on the TV. Yeah. But oddly enough, like the Fox affiliate had Pokemon on at like 5 a.m. on Sunday mornings. But since we were German Catholics and we were probably up anyways to get ready to go to church, we were up anyways. So, I mean, I didn't really care for the show. I thought even as a kid, I'm like, this is kind of dumb.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, Team Rocket still I laughed my fucking ass off. I'm like, that's if I could exist in a different universe, it'd be Team Rocket just because it'd be, sounds like it's a lot of fun.
The girl from Team Rocket gave me funny feelings.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that was kind of like one of those.
I don't know
one of
why
those
it's
awakenings.
not like she was dressed provocatively for children or anything.
Oh yeah, I would be like, why did my pants get smaller?
Thanks, Japan.
Like it was awesome.
Thanks, Japan.
Yeah, I'd walk into I'd walk into the early morning Catholic church, with the padless pews with a huge rock hard erection that won't go away.
Huge.
Okay, my extra thumb, my third thumb.
It's got a thumbnail and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Poking through my slacks, because my family insisted at one point we were going to be that family who was in the front fucking pews every morning. So dumb. So dumb. Like, I missed being that family. We would sit in the way back because we were probably late. We were like the Hex from fucking
the middle.
Yeah,
yes.
like I missed that. Then we wanted to compete with this other family because it's so stupid. But anyways, so Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
So I finally got my hands on a Game Boy. It was probably junior high-ish around that time.
Yeah, that makes sense because I think it was 2001 that I started.
And it may have been middle school as well, but I do remember getting in trouble. We lived in the middle of nowhere, but my father encouraged us to go outside and play, even though I wasn't allowed to like ride my bike on the road, even though we lived in the middle of fucking nowhere.
This tracks.
Yeah. I had he for my birthday. It was almost like a cruel joke. Like he bought me a brand new mountain bike for my birthday one year.
And then didn't let you ride it anywhere.
Didn't let me fucking ride it anywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? And then you get mad at me for not riding the bike, and I'm like, where, motherfucker? Where? Like, I didn't. Of course, I was a child and couldn't articulate my feelings. It just came out as, but like it was still
the universal language of all 14-year-old boys.
Yes. But I got the Game Boy, and I think I got it was actually Pokemon Blue.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, it was the first one I got, and I got in trouble because my father was just like, "Oh, you need to go outside and this and that and so forth." And I had a really kind of shitty treehouse. Yeah, and I'd go in the treehouse and just
play Pokemon
on the Game Boy. And then one day, like his lumbering dumbass came up into the treehouse and he saw me playing on the Game Boy and he scolded me, and I'm like, you told me to go outside and play. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. What am I supposed to fucking just put a piece of string with some bread on it and like fucking play with squirrels and sparrows and shit? Like that's not how this works, man.
Do what I did when I was a child: find rocks and throw them at small animals till you kill them.
You ever played hoop stick on a street?
Yeah, it was like that, but it was
torture rodents.
So
God intended.
But of course, as all children brain works, is a parent tells you not to do something,
so that's all you want.
That's all you're going to do. Yeah. So I started playing it even harder, and I had a buddy at school. I can say his name was Jesse, and he had the opposing game.
Oh, so he had red. Okay.
Yes, awesome. And he had a link cable and everything too. So we spent so much time playing.
You had a friend.
I had a lot of friends, man. Like that's
I can put huge air quotes on camera.
No,
Must have
Sorry,
been
there was
nice.
there was a lot of
Actually mean.
I just remember those innocent days, kind of pre-internet. I mean, dial-up was a thing.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
those innocent days of just sleepovers at your friend's house, and you fucking played Pokemon in silence together, and then it's just like, oh fuck, I finally got this. Like, oh, link, go to the trade center or whatever, link cables, and I'll trade you one. And I'm gonna go pick up another one for myself. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Like those sleepless nights. It's 3 a.m. The parents come downstairs, and they're just like, "Are you guys still playing fucking Pokemon and watching?" Oh, it was like Space Ghost Coast and
Yes!
Space Ghost, like whatever.
Oh, Space Ghost Goes to Ghost.
Or whatever it was. No, it might have been earlier than that.
It would have been earlier than.
It would have been
Space
earlier
Ghost.
than that, yeah. But wait, what the hell were we watching? It was like it was anime of some sort back in the day. I can't remember which one. It was probably DBZ or something.
This makes sense.
But you know what I mean. It was just
Yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah.
You know? And we were
Someday
big
I'll
into
go
that.
to Japan.
Yes. Get away from my parents. I mean, I never had the GBA or anything like that. I was lucky to get the Game Boy. But that was my first experience with just Pokemon in general. Was really early on, obviously from the very beginning, and then I really didn't stop too much in college. You know, I was too busy, serial fornicating with anything with a pulse to play Pokemon. I was a little busy.
So many llamas.
It got. I had to knock you off a couple times. Like, stop.
Oh yeah.
These are my nice jeans.
Oh shit, he's nodded. We got to let him do it.
No, once I got into, he's not.
Just let it happen.
You're giving me
This
way
point.
too much credit on it. Yeah.
Good lord.
No, and then I jump back into
This
it.
episode is unpublishable.
That's every episode.
I didn't follow Pokemon very strongly after Red Blue for the longest time. It wasn't until I got out of college. I mean, I played some of the newer ones on emulators when I was in college, and then post college, especially with like the 3DS, I got back into it hard, and I was so fucking good at it. I had a living Pokedex and everything.
The 3DS is just such a cool system.
Yeah, but then Nintendo being a Nintendo has got to just shit the bed with everything they do because they're terrible, terrible human beings, and I will fight you one of these days.
Yeah.
I will come and find you. I'm going to go take the Shinkansen, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that to probably Akubara or wherever the fuck you are located. And I'm going to stand
They're from
outside.
Kyoto.
Oh, Kyoto. Oh, I love Kyoto. That's one of the places where I really want to
It's
go.
the Anagram Lovers Tokyo.
It's going to be a really pretty place to kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, it really is. I'm just gonna stand outside and just wait for one of them to come out, and we're gonna. I'm gonna make you have some honor for once in your life.
Nintendo is the primary sponsor of the Kyoto Purple Sanga in Japan Soccer League.
So what? I'm guessing they're probably too heavily involved, and they're terrible.
Yeah, it'd be like the Mariners.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah. But yeah, we can move on. Sorry,
Deep cut. All right.
no, you're fine. Okay.
but no, we can.
Oh, Benny, what is your history with Pokemon?
I think I was being a little precious about like being a virgin with this.
Yeah.
But this really is the first time I've dived into any of the games.
Yeah.
So this really is like that first experience. But I used to watch, like I watched a couple of the movies when I was a kid and watched the anime, and I still have some of my original.
I'll take the other one.
I still have some of my original trading cards
Nice.
from when I was a kid. Like they're like the late 90s, early 2000, early 2000s probably, like 2001. I have a bunch of cards from the original decks or the expansion packs I bought. So like a little bit familiar with the overall universe, but this is the first time getting in. And I mean, the game feels really familiar as someone who's obviously played a lot of RPGs.
Yeah.
But I have some thoughts on gameplay, but overall had a lot of fun. I have not finished it yet.
Well, how did you ever play? I mean, knowing friends that we have mutually, you never played previously? Weren't even pressured to play?
Fuck,
we were roommates, and then me and your roommate were playing this shit all the time.
I know, and I made the joke, in a previous episode, it was like I missed my shot, and so like I just stayed away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
finally kind of opened the flow. I'll probably play some more.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anything past like Sword and Shield, just don't.
Yeah,
just don't.
I really think the height of Pokemon is the GBA games. Those
Ooh,
4.
Really?
I think Leaf Green, Fire Red, Emerald, and Sapphire.
You didn't like X or Y? I know we're getting a little off track.
No, I like X and Y. I just to me, I'm like I liked it more when it was pure pixel art.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it more when it was pure pixel art.
That's probably why I like Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are my favorites, because it was more of a harken back to the original.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And those are beautiful games.
Yeah.
I really like, and I wish Nintendo, they won't do this, but I really wish Nintendo would remake some of their older games in that HD 2D style that Square Enix is doing for like Octopath Traveler and that. Like,
but it's Nintendo. Wish in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills faster.
Right.
But I mean, Nintendo has also been doing a little bit of that, like the Link's Awakening.
Yeah, but those are 3D games. I mean, it's not pixel art. They don't have pixel artists employed at Nintendo.
I mean,
Nintendo is not creative.
But that's like a stylistic choice more than a technological choice, because the difference between Octopath Traveler and the remake of I almost said Wind Waker, Link's Awakening is just a cosmetic one, really.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
So they've got the potential to do it.
For sure.
But then they would have to do the right thing. Yeah. And they're not going to do that.
When you're right, you're right.
Well, and I
watch February TMIG.
To be clear, you're 100% correct that like from a gameplay perspective it makes no difference at all. And I am focusing in on specifically the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic of that HD 2D
and I was being kind of I don't know why I was being argumentative about it, because you're also right, like it is very appealing. Like I love Octopath Traveler. Yeah. Actually, I think that's it's a beautiful series. I haven't played the second one, but I
want to play 0 because I've heard that's really good as well.
It's so charming. It's such a lovely way to revisit retro gaming with some of the modern trappings. So it would be a no-brainer if they were to do that. Are there any like fan versions of anything out there that might kind of hit that?
We'll get to that because there's so much. There's so much.
And a lot of litigation, too.
Yeah, of course. Because, again, Nintendo.
Since we're kind of off on a little bit of a tangent here, can I just say I haven't been as excited about a game in a while as I am about the Adventure of Elliot, or the Legend of Elliot, the Square Enix Zelda-like in the HD 2D style. Hey everybody, future Brent here. I was actually right the first time. It is The Adventures of Elliot. I'm so fucking pumped for this game.
I have not heard about that.
Yeah, it's coming out this, I think June, May or June.
Have I?
I'm so pumped. It's Switch 2 and Windows. So I'll do Windows.
Yeah,
please,
thank you. You had me on Windows. So
like Steam or just like
it's
like
Steam. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's Legend of Elliot. And it's you look at the trailer for it and you're like, oh, it's Zelda. Like it's Square Enix was looking over Nintendo's shoulder and going, they're gonna fuck this up. Let's go ahead and get some of that money. And it's like, yes, please.
Well, have you played Tunic?
Yes,
so good. I
like Tunic a lot. It's beautiful. The gameplay is really fluid and like I'm just not. I wish there was a difficulty setting between babies and hardcore.
Yeah, I just like how like you don't figure out more of the language until the more you play it.
I love that, and I love the idea, like the artifice of like the NES style manual that you're like piecing together. It's so cool. Such a good game. Yeah, I'm not good enough to play Tunic, but if you are good at like Souls-like stuff, for sure play Tunic. It's a great fucking game.
It's not that fucking hard. Don't call it a Souls-like. Jesus Christ.
It's pretty hard.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Agree to disagree. I had trouble with it, which I recognize that's...
But you hate those types of games anyways.
Yeah, I'm not a dodge roll fucking guy. That's not my thing. Like, just let me wail on him. Just
spam dodge roll, maximize your iframes, bitch.
Anytime somebody says the word frame in a description of how to play a game, I'm like, I think you vastly underestimate how good I am at video games. You just have to hit this frame. Fuck you. Done. The thing that 60 of them are going by my screen a second, I just have to hit one of those. Got it.
You're like 13.
You get 13 FPS on your computer? Get a new GPU, bitch. Jesus Christ.
13 of the 60.
Oh, okay. Jesus. My God, what are you doing? Who built your PC? Okay.
It's like you just cut to Family Guy cutaway to me like hammering it like a nail into the side of a computer case. Just like, I think it's going to work. I don't know.
It's just like 4 E-machines taped together. All right, hang on. Pokemon. The plot of LeafGreen, this will take like 2 seconds. Okay, you're a silent protagonist. You can name them whatever you want, but I always choose Ash because it's Ash Ketchum. It's clearly Ash Ketchum.
Oh my God, because you got to catch them all.
Not anymore.
Yes. Not anymore. What? Oh, got it.
Yeah, I fucking gave you the death eyes. I'm like, are we gonna do this? Like,
No, I get it now. Okay. Yep, you're a child who lives in a small town called Pallet Town in the Kanto region. Each generation of Pokemon is in a different like geographic locale, which is how they get away with, there's all different Pokemon here. Although they're getting super lazy now where they're just like, it's, Illyrian Pikachu. And it's like, make a fucking different... All you have to do is take 2 animals, squish them together. It's... Fucking James Cameron does it on every fucking Avatar movie. You can too. Anyway, sorry. Not angry about it or anything.
here's a lei. Here's like a keychain. Like, that's a different Pokemon game.
You meet Professor Oak, who's again a pretty famous character in the Pokemon lore. Who's a famous Pokemon researcher. He explains to the players that grass is the habitat of wild Pokemon. Encountering them can be very dangerous, blah, 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 blah. You meet his grandson, who, I love this, because in Gen 1 Pokemon, he goes, what's my grandson's name again? And you get to name him. But I'm like, this guy's just insane.
Yeah.
Right? You're following the whims of a lunatic. That's what this teaches me.
Who can't remember your name.
Right.
Professor Lunatic.
He's senile.
Professor Lunatic to you.
No, he does give me Professor Membrane vibes.
For sure.
Invader Zim.
Absolutely.
Where he's like clearly smarter than everybody, but like completely misses how to be a father and shit.
Not now, son. I'm making toast.
Was it in the movie or is it an episode where he like somehow lurches and leaps into the audience and points like right into someone's face?
Yes,
and goes, not scientifically possible. I fucking love that.
God, yes.
Or when he makes a perpetual motion machine to power the entire Earth, but then he gets mad because they're ungrateful for it. He's like, "Fine, no free energy for anyone."
I missed that show.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. Then Oak makes you and his grandson choose one of 3 Pokemon. Pokemon, especially Gen 1, it's basically a very complicated game of rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-hmm.
You've got all these different types of Pokemon that have elemental strengths and weaknesses, and it makes a big circle so that you're incentivized to carry Pokemon that are strong against whatever type of Pokemon you're encountering a lot of the time.
You use paper against rock, use rock against scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's funny because there is a rock type. There should be a paper type.
There should be. And a scissors type.
Scissors type. I could make a lesbian joke, but I'm not going to because I'm better than that. Not really. But anyway.
I don't know, our lesbian friends might think it's funny.
There you go. Okay.
They'll be like, yeah, it is kind of like that.
Obligatory lesbian sex is weird joke. Okay. Yeah, so Professor Oak tells you that you got to go collect all the Pokemon because he's got a Pokedex, which is an encyclopedia that somehow is only filled out by you catching. So somehow you catching Pokemon fills out the page in the blank encyclopedia. Sure, why not? And then you go through the Kanto region, and every big city that you go to has a Pokemon gym. At the Pokemon gyms will be a gym leader who has a gym badge.
Who also is named Jim.
There's a gym leader with a gym badge named Jim.
Jim.
It's actually
Jim's Jim.
It's the Asian guy from The Office.
Oh, Asian Jim? I fucking love that. It's so good.
My name's Jim. I've worked here for 6 years.
Dwight, cut it out. I'm trying to work. So good.
God, I love the show about torturing an autistic man. It's so funny. It's my favorite. I fucking hate The Office. I don't know if that came across. Anyway, so you're trying to defeat, and each one of these gym leaders will tend to specialize in a particular type of Pokemon. So you're incentivized to try and find the Pokemon that type is weak to. So if the gym leader is all fire type, then you're going to want water type, whatever. You collect all the gym badges. Once you've collected all the gym badges, you can go to where the Elite Four are. Is it 4 or 5? What is it?
I think it's the Elite Four.
It's the Elite Four.
Yeah.
I'm questioning myself. Yeah, you go to where the Elite Four are.
You should question yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which is just another series of like boss battles against other gym leaders. You beat them, you become, and then you beat your rival who just beat them.
Oh, of course.
And then you become the new Pokemon champion. And that's when the game really starts for most people, because that's when you actually start focusing on trying to collect the whole Pokedex.
Yeah. You try to actually catch them all.
Which
you can't do anymore.
Right. And that's it. I mean, it's super, the plot is like super veneer thin. Nobody goes to Pokemon for its narrative depth. Kirk, did you have...
Yeah, no, if you want narrative depth, fucking watch the cartoon show. Like...
Yeah,
and even then.
Yeah.
Even then.
We said that. So no, it's like, even then.
What do you mean? You don't like the cat with the Brooklyn accent?
I love the cat with the Brooklyn accent.
It was so weird because, like, all the Pokemon, like, don't talk, but he was allowed to talk for some reason.
Yeah.
It was always hilarious to me.
He's Team Rocket. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Bad guys have to have New York accents. This is...
Yeah. I like when he comes up, or when he finds another Meowth, and the other one, like, is just a normal Pokemon. He's just like, the fuck is your problem?
Right.
as if they were the wrong one the whole time. I love that.
That's fucking dismal. It's like, I have the loneliest existence on the planet.
He's like, I can talk, and no one else can. Weird.
Only Pokemon that can talk. But yeah, Kirk, I don't know if you had any thoughts on the plot, such as it is, before we talk about like gameplay and stuff.
Well, before that, I was gonna say, Brent, he doesn't have autism. He's Pennsylvania German. That's it. There's a difference there. So you just need to...
My wife's half Pennsylvania Dutch, and she doesn't act like that.
Well, you put... Nah.
It's not... That's not a thing.
Yeah, the plot is... But you got to think about it from a development standpoint. You can't put a lot of plot on a Game Boy cartridge.
Absolutely.
Hell, even Link's Awakening was just like, hey... You crashed on a beach.
Yeah.
After your boat was hit by lightning.
I think...
and go.
Check out this island that wants to kill you. Oh, wait, it's sad. End.
Yeah, oh, wait, it's very sad.
Oh, wait, it's sad. That's the best description. Link's Awakening. Oh, wait, it's sad.
Or like Super Mario and the
golden coins.
6 golden coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and go.
Well, even like Final Fantasy Legend or Final Fantasy Adventure... which is that's Saga and Mana, respectively, because they didn't think Americans were smart enough to know that Square had more than one series. The Game Boy entries are the least story heavy of any of the games in the series. But and I guess my point is that it's not so much that they couldn't do it; it's that it doesn't. It's not necessary. The joy of Pokemon is not its complex or interesting narrative, because they certainly could add more on the 3DS or the Switch.
Originally, again, I say originally, it was the excitement of literally catching them all before they removed that from the tagline.
Right.
It was actually finding all these Pokemon and capturing them. And then for all of our you've probably played Pokemon, but in case you haven't, you can't catch Pokemon that belong to someone else. You have to actually catch them in the wild, and some are more wild than others, or more
rare.
Yeah, more rare, and etc. So that was the whole point of like back when I brought up the whole link cable thing. It's because each Game Boy cartridge, well, like blue versus red, each cartridge would have different Pokemon.
Right.
And the only way to get those other Pokemon is if you had a friend that had the opposing game and you would trade them back and forth. Now that's more of it became a bigger thing, but now it's so funny because I read an article how like Pokemon Home and all these other trading things are pretty much dead because there's no fucking point to collecting them all anymore.
Right.
They have effectively shot themselves in the foot. But that's a whole other thing.
Right.
I promised myself I'd calm down today.
I will say my daughter's been playing Pokemon ZA. She actually beat it not
good.
too long ago. And that I haven't played it, but she had a lot of fun with it, and it does look neat. I like the idea of like kind of real-time battle-y Pokemon, but I mean, at least it's something. I mean, just any change.
Did you see the new trailer for at the time of recording this Pokemon Tide or Pokemon Waves, whatever that is, the new one that just they just had the announcement trailer the other day for Pokemon Day, and I'm like, cool. So you're up to like 2010 now.
Yeah,
good for you, bro. Graphically, I'm like, this is so fucking dumb.
The one that
how do you keep getting away with this?
Right. The one that scares the shit out of me is the Poketopia Stardew Valley Pokemon clone. With the dead, soulless eyes of the fucking Mr. Mime. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, oh, God. It's like my sleep paralysis demon has a fucking video game. Jesus Christ. Benny, do you have thoughts on the plot of Pokemon LeafGreen, such as it is and as you've experienced it so far?
Yeah, a little bit. Not much that you guys haven't already covered. Because you're right. I haven't finished it, but... You don't have to get very far. I don't know if I'm playing the game wrong, by the way, but it seems like it's long, or it takes a long time to like play.
I would call it on the shorter end of RPG, but it's an RPG. Like it's 20-ish hours probably.
Yep. Definitely, well, obviously turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Heavily turn-based. But we can talk about
and we'll talk
about
that in gameplay.
Yeah. To lead back to like the thinness of the plot, you don't need more than it has, even though you could argue that you could benefit if it was well written from a little bit more, but that's not the draw. I was looking up Game Boy cartridge capacities just because I was really curious, and I mean, the original Game Boy cartridge maxed out at about 512 kilobytes.
Yep.
So half a megabyte is not much. Like your average JPEG is like 6 to 10 or more times the size of that, like on your phone right now. So like the kind of data storage on these cartridges was really minimal. So they had no option but to be frugal about how they used that, and making additional, animation, keyframing, even just text. Every character that is not a repeatable dialogue box, like, that appears during a battle system where like, you only have to record that once because then it's going to play it repeatedly. But when you have dialogue going, that balloons quickly where data is a limitation. So I guess I'm not upset about it though, because I didn't feel like it needed a lot more than enough to be a vehicle to carry the mechanic, which is really cute wild animals kicking the shit out of each other.
Yeah. The most adorable dogfighting ring in human history.
Michael Vick would be so
and they don't die; they pass out.
And one of the things, and so this is actually one of the reasons why I never recommend people start playing Pokemon with the Game Boy games. I always recommend the GBA games, is because the original 3 Gen 1 Pokemon games are like a fucking technical miracle that they were able to fit that many different sprites into a Game Boy cartridge. And as a result, the original 3 Pokemon games are extremely glitchy and have a lot of bugs and weird fucking error states that you can get into.
Especially since each Pokemon has multiple sprites for different states, whether it's like in the menus or in battle.
Yes.
It is kind of shocking how much they managed to pack it. There must have been some compression or some sprite maps that are like very.
There's a lot of technical wizardry that went into the early Pokemon games, which is, from a technical standpoint, really impressive. But from a playing them today perspective, can make them a little frustrating. Which is why I say just skip it. Go to LeafGreen or Fire Red, because they are extremely faithful. I would put them on the same. We should do an episode about favorite remakes and sequels.
Yeah,
because I would put this in the same category with Ocarina of Time 3D, where I'm like, the only things that it changes are filing off the rough edges and making it better. It replaces the original game for me.
And you get the benefit of it's not just prettier, but it's literally easier on the eyes with the color rendering offers a lot of quality of life improvement that you don't think about until you miss it.
Yeah.
In fact, that was tough going back and playing Link's Awakening on my actual Game Boy with that low and my display is going out a little bit, but still that contrast.
Yeah.
And just the monochrome is tough. So stick with the color variants of most of these games if you can.
If you get a chance to, they have drop-in LCD and even OLED panels for original Game Boys that are cheap and are no solder.
Yes. They have some really nice kits for these. They have retrofit shells if your shell is damaged, because a lot of the that old Nintendo gray didn't age, especially if it's sun exposed. It gets that yellowing, and so yes, I know they're
rechargeable battery packs.
Yeah, absolutely.
My GBA has IPS display and
nice
and USB-C recharging, and it makes it a modern console that I can throw in my pocket and take it wherever.
I have left mine untouched, mostly because it's more of my own little private
at this point.
I'm also kind of this is really neither here nor there. You could pull this out if you want to, but I'm kind of a format preservationist a little bit. Not for the nostalgic sake that I feel we should go back to that, because God no, I love modern storage and things, but I have a turntable and I buy vinyl. I have a couple of blank tape backup system. Enterprises still use tape backups for data backup. I have a couple of cassette tapes. I have CDs. I find format wars are much less interesting to me than the formats themselves, actually. And so I keep it just because it's fascinating to me, and it you can look back and see the actual degree of progress that we've had. Because if I'm going to play this, I have it in my hand right now. I actually printed a little case for the little Anbernic
RG28XX.
RG28XX that Brent gave me a while back. It's his, but this is what I played LeafGreen on.
It's a great Pokemon machine.
Played it.
Brent gave me one for my birthday present, and that's how I played LeafGreen.
That's awesome.
And it really did kind of bring back that old style of handheld gaming rather than putting it on my computer. And
If I'm going to play these games, this will play PlayStation games, so I will emulate on this or on my computer if I really want to. I won't. I don't need to upgrade my Game Boy.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I think we kind of wandered a little far afield there.
No,
but
that's fine.
That's
good conversation.
It was. I was not surprised to find a fairly flat. I was almost going to say shallow, but that has a context that I don't want to use. A fairly flat plot.
Yeah, it is Mario-esque. It's plot in service of getting you to the gameplay, and that's kind of it. Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and cut it here and come back in 2 weeks to finish our discussion of Pokemon LeafGreen. As always, if you like what we're doing, go ahead and check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and anywhere else fine podcasts are sold. And please continue to send us questions in our Discord or via email, Facebook, whatever way you prefer to get a hold of us. And as always, bye!